Hi Libra, this is going to be a general reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for August 1st to the 14th. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to be doing weeklies this month, guys. I'm really sorry. I'm just so busy with work. See what the Black Moon Tarot have to say to us. God, Spirit, Universe, any messages that Libra needs to understand, please. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Any messages, any crowning messages that Libra needs to understand, please. Okay. Such big cards here. Saturn return. Age. Old man Saturn, Grandpa Saturn, moving around up in the sky like a crotchety old man, right? And Saturn is the Lord of Karma, just shatters illusions, guys, right? Just makes us get very real with ourselves. It really does, you know? But when this card comes up, you guys might be feeling as if nothing goes right for you. You might be in a space of feeling kind of discouraged right now. It's like it might seem that things are progressing, but there are obstacles for you. And what this truly is it's just Saturn showing you a part of your life that may not have been based on anything real, you know? Something that may have outlived its purpose, or maybe you've misjudged the situation thinking it was better than it was, you know? But in truth, Saturn is the planet of truth, right? Saturn returns are all about correction. So Saturn corrects any area in our life which isn't based on real reality, you know? So it could be romance, you know, it could be a relationship, could definitely be some sort of business dealing, any kind of partnership, educational path, could be marriage, you know, but this points something out to you that you may not have been really genuine about in the first place, that you should probably let go. So whatever's shaky in your life right now isn't going to last, and probably because it wasn't meant to. So you're not going to be given a pass, right, in this energy. You're just not. But the good part is here, which we do have to say, the good part of this is that whatever you do in your life, like any sort of new work project or any new relationship that you start, in this space is really going to last, you know, which is great. It's going to stand the test of time. So I do like that. Yeah. But look, I mean, this tends to bring on a little bit of like a rough go, like a rough passage, but also a harvest, right? So you're now at a time when you're going to understand things better than you did even a year ago. So it's time to be brave right now and just face this important passage. There are no quick fixes to this when this card turns up. Just know that you can, you know what you can do, know what you can't do. Take life in a measured way, you know, and just let go of any illusions that just don't serve you anymore, you know, because right now you're down to the brass tacks of it all, just to really see what you're made of. And how you could best move forward in your life, you know, and things that should no longer be an option for you, you need to really get very real with right now at this point, you know. Yeah. Let's pull a Celtic cross spread. I like how it's starting out. That's your situation. Ace of Cups. That's the energy of love. Beautiful. Chariot. Movement. Good. Crowning energy, the Lovers. Okay. Ten of Swords is your foundation. In your past, we have the Three of Wands, your future, the Nine of Wands. This is you, the Devil. External influences, the Queen of Wands. Okay, that's nice. I like that. Your fears, the Moon reversed. Okay, Nine of Coins as the outcome. Beautiful outcome. All right. Kind of seeing us a little all over the place here. Like there's a lot of areas of your life I feel like are going to be impacted. So start with the Ace of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is a root chakra energy, and this represents love offered or being fully committed to the moment right now, okay? You know, when you think about the root chakra, brings very grounded, tangible results of a vision, right? So I feel like, this does have a lot to do with this Lover's card. Do you have a vision of love? This also shows me many of you questioning exactly what love even means. And what you learned love to mean growing up, in your family of origin. Because I'm feeling that many of you want to do love and relationships much differently than your family of origin. That you want better for yourself. And you're realizing these things about yourself now that you might not have realized before. And it doesn't matter how old you are, 30, 40, 50, 60, it doesn't matter. Because those things we don't just shake from us. That's the kind of thing that's imprinted so early in life that unless we become aware of it and actively work on changing things like that, they stay with us forever. Those aren't the kind of things that we're psychologically able to disconnect from. It's just, it just does not happen, right? So it's only through awareness that happens. So I'm getting for many of you, this is something that you're feeling right now, okay? But this energy brings the gift of love and key emotional events in your life, and it indicates falling in love and passion and a significant new partnership for those of you not in relationships. For those of you in relationships, this signifies a deepening of love and support and emotions. And if those of you who have nothing to do with relationships, this shows me you nurturing something within your career, where you're going to be experiencing a time of growth, where you'll be able to see what you're trying to push forward come to fruition. So generally, this is the time for love and kindness, good friends, just simply enjoying and living day to day, just appreciating each moment. It's a beautiful situation energy for sure. And I do like that it's because it's you really looking at what love is. And in this card, I always feel like, first of all, purple is the color of intuition, right? So this is all about our intuition here. And this is you in this cloak, looking up at this very sensual, passionate picture of these lovers. Now, this could be you viewing an aspect of your life right now that you have with someone, or this could be you identifying something that you would like for yourself. But this is about you getting very real with what love means and what love should look like and what love should feel like. And I just see that as just entirely positive. That's in your situation. But let's talk about your blessing before going back to that Lover's card. This is the Chariot, Cancer energy. This indicates success in some area of your life, Libra, right? This can be in your career or relationship, anything, but it means a major departure. Okay, it's like you're gaining success in an area, so you need to leave something else, or you need to leave something else to move toward this success. But there's this departure here. And this is a time when you're going to be feeling very determined and have focus as you move yourself into a new direction and onto a new path in your life, as a decision is made here. So now you can begin to experience real progress in your life moving forward. You're ready to take control and really navigate your own path, right? And Libra, you are very, very, very ready to expand. This shows relationships progressing at a pace. And for those of you who are on the fence in an unhealthy relationship, this shows you moving on alone. But that's your rightful path. Because this is you being where you're really supposed to be, and you getting real with yourself, right? This is about you progressing forward in business affairs, right? Having to do with your career and money. Those of you who've been in a disagreement with somebody you live with, maybe a roommate or anybody, who you actually share a space with, this indicates things being overcome quickly, but it's like this movement. There's this movement. And I do really like that. It's like this movement away from this stagnation, which I really like because, hello, we have Jupiter finally going direct, people. Hello, August 11th, mark your calendar. Jupiter goes direct to 14 degrees of Sag. It's been retrograde since early April, for goodness sake. So this is going to be an exciting time of forward movement returning, right? This is things that have felt blocked and things that have felt stagnant are going to start just finally moving, So then we're going back to this crowning here, this crowning energy, the Lover's card. This is Gemini. It's connected to the Devil. And this shows relationships and decisions. So for some of you, this can indicate meeting a new partner or receiving a new career opportunity. Or like I said before, you just simply realizing what it is that you want. It's like picture this is you in this cloak, and picture this frame almost like a movie screen, right? And you watching what it is that you want in your life. And you know, in this picture, it's the Lovers, but this can also be anything that speaks to your heart space. So that could be a career, that could be something to do with your children. This could be something to do with your, you know, friendships, you know, something within your family, anything like that, right? But I do like this for you. Those of you who are meeting somebody new, they're gonna have a very positive influence on your life and offer you very true love, provided that you follow your heart here and not your head. Because you're gonna be in a place of needing to take a risk, I'm getting, and whatever that means to you guys, because this is a general reading, but I am getting this idea that you're going to have to take a risk rather than stay safe with your choice, and you're going to be really, really happy you did. Now, for those of you already in a relationship, a decision whether to take your partnership to a deeper level is going to be made, or at least the conversation is going to be had, where there's going to be conversation about your long-term future rather than your short-term arrangements for your relationship. So in this way, you're being asked to really get mature, right? Make a mature decision that supports your real needs. And what your real needs are whatever that means to you, right? I mean, that's very subjective. But generally speaking, we're talking about you feeling respected and having healthy intimacy and love and just being able to trust your partner and to connect with someone who's actually emotionally available to you. So the core message here is to really follow your heart's desire, identify what your heart's desire is, and then follow that. See, energy is very much supporting that. And then we have in your foundation energy, I'm not mad at this, 10 of Swords energy, Mercury and Virgo air energy. And I'm cracking up at some of the comments that I'm reading from you guys. I love when you leave me comments, but it's really funny to me because if I have a positive outlook on what would otherwise be considered a negative card, you guys like tell me I'm crazy and all of this stuff. No. It's that everything is necessary. You understand? Everything is necessary. So for example, here, the basic meaning of this card has to do with something falling apart that has a history. And one sword at a time went into her, right? It's like built over time. So this necessary ending clears the way for new possibilities and experiences for you that you're going to find the finality of it releases you from a level of frustration and stress that you didn't even realize you had. This is something that needed to end. So whatever falls apart here is unavoidable. And it doesn't have to be in love relationship. It doesn't have to be, it could be family, it could be work groups, any area of your life. But again, this has been created over time. Poor choices over time. And the poor choice can be allowing people or circumstances to walk all over you, Libra, until everything just falls apart. Because that is what happens with you guys, right? You guys are the scales. You like balance, you like peace, you hate confrontation. And a lot of times it ends up being at your own expense, where you give and you give and you give. And there comes a point where you just, you reach your limit. And the thing is with this energy, guys, even like gossip and manipulation continued over time can create this energy. But on a more positive note, this is a definitive end of an era for you. You know, stress and strife that you've been dealing with regarding this situation is going to be over. If you've been feeling exhausted from this emotional set of circumstances, but you're going to start feeling so much better now. So I like that for your crowning is you really taking stock of your life and getting dead ass honest with yourself about love, about career, about what speaks to your heart space. And this is the recognition that in the foundation, things have to end. in one way or another. Now, this can just mean one area of your life completely changing, meaning maybe you stay in your job, but you're taking on a completely different path or trajectory in a different direction within that career. This could be, as far as your relationship goes, you realizing what works for you and what doesn't work for you in relationship, and you having the conversation and saying, I'm done with where we've been. So if you want to be with me, we have to get our shit together. Maybe we have to go to counseling. Maybe we have to just simply have more open and better and healthier and less ego-filled communication kind of thing, you know? It could be that. It doesn't have to be that it's completely eradicated from your life. It just means how it's been up to this point is done. You can't go back there. All right, now in your past, we have the Three of Wands reverse. This is an Aries energy. Yeah, and this shows communication problems. Okay, hello, this is all connecting here. Plans are delayed. It was difficult to make progress in anything that you were trying to really actively push forward. So this shows me you in a space of where you found it really, really difficult to express yourself fully. You know, where you were like frustrated because you felt like regardless of the words that you chose, the person you were talking to had their own agenda in their own mind, and your words just weren't being processed the way you meant them. But maybe you were doing that to them as well. You know what I mean? But understand that these are minor negatives, and this is still a very good card. You know, and again, this was in your past, but even in reverse, you know, you never want to let the glitches of this card become too much a distraction, you know? Yeah, this is just a matter of like staying positive and your plans being realized. But if you don't stay positive, things may not go so well. And I'm feeling like maybe you guys didn't stay as positive as you might have been able to stay. I know it's really hard. Because then we have this Nine of Wands reverse energy in your near future. This is a moon in Sagittarius. I said that really weird, Sagittarius, moon in Sag. This tells me that you're going to be dealing with some challenging aspects of something, an unfair opposition where you feel like you've given so much more of yourself than maybe you should have, or that you just gave so much of yourself with very little recognition. And, you know, in this space, yeah, it's just very much like I gave and I gave and I gave, and they were just never happy. It was never enough. And this also shows me you're dealing with somebody who's just very unreasonable or demanding. Now, this doesn't have to be a partner. This could be demanding children, friends, clients, family member. It doesn't matter. But this is a very demotivating energy to be in, you know, because it just kind of puts you in a space of not enjoying certain aspects of either your work or some relationship that you used to find satisfying. So I'm getting a lot of you dealing with someone who has issues with boundaries. And when you try to speak to that person about it, they become really defensive because it's a sensitive area for them, and they become very uncomfortable, and they deflect and they blame you, and, you know, it's never them, it's you, and you're crazy and this, that, right? So that's just an energy that I feel like you guys are going to have to deal with. So this might be a little wonky. And honestly, though, you know, I have to say that with the exception of, let me think about this for a minute. Like August 2nd, where we have Venus and Leo square Uranus and Taurus, where there's going to be like maybe some unpleasantries going on having to do with love and money. That's really it. Everything is really very positive. So I feel like you're going to have this underpinning of change and positive support underneath all of this. But let's talk about you as the devil. This is a full moon energy. This represents you in this position. So what is the full moon? The full moon illuminates hidden emotions, right? Literally brings things to light. So this can indicate emotional trickery being exposed. Now, it could be you, or it could be somebody doing this to you. But here, you're going to see the truth. If you look, if you choose to see it, you're going to see it. If you want to choose not to see it and put your head in the sand, that is not recommended in this energy. Okay? I am getting many of you feel enslaved to some sort of ideal or a relationship that just demands too much from you. again, this is another energy here that something started out positively that at some point reversed. And now you're seeing the situation for what it is. We got that with that. We got it with that. We have this idea of this changing of things. Because this is a destructive situation, and you may feel controlled and under a bad influence in this energy. Because this is about greed, temptation, materialism, and Libra, we have to keep it real. This could be you staying in a situation because you don't want to leave the money, or you don't want to leave, whatever comforts you have. This could also indicate you guys being tempted by somebody outside your situation. Or this could be your partner being this way and you having to deal with this. Okay? But regardless, in order to change the situation, you're going to need to think laterally and really use your smarts here. Because it's not worth confronting the problem here, because the situation is not worth trying to fix or heal. That's what the energy here indicates. The message here is to simply walk away and try to escape in the best way you can, regardless of the temptation to stay. Because this energy can show itself in a number of ways, guys. Like, this could just be a lot of you just feeling really in your career just very unsatisfied, or in your career having a very domineering boss, or a toxic work environment, where you've stayed just because you're financially trapped. This could be difficult relationships, right, are indicated here, such as a controlling partner, or lust over love situations, affairs, codependent patterns. Even for separated partners, those of you who are separated from your partner, this can show financial dependency, or other ongoing money or property things that keep you somehow tied to the past. All right, so that's the you energy here. And now we have the Queen of Wands as your external influence. Pisces and Aries energy. This is actually quite positive for you to have as an external influence, because it very much encourages you to step into your power, right? Ideas are coming to you. Ideas are flourishing at this time. And you're going to be able to really show people what you can do. This is pushing you to reflect on how you're managing your life, and just make sure that you have the time and space to fit in everything that it is you're looking to do. And understand that in order for you to move your life forward in the way that you need to move it forward, you're going to have to deal with the uncomfortable aspects of your life right now, Libra, but at the same time, okay, how do I say this? You're going to have to compartmentalize your emotions, right? Picture a row of cabinets in your mind, and if you are having issues with somebody at home, put them in that cabinet and shut the door when you have to go to work if you're trying to make improvements in your work sector. You follow? Same thing if you're having a lot of issues in work and you really want to get your relationship together. Don't bring all that baggage home and dump it on your partner. Lock it up in a cabinet and stay focused on one thing at a time. Yeah. Because this shows me strength. This shows me that you're going to be getting the strength that you need to work through any of the challenges that you're going through in this devil energy. But you're going to have to go forward though, but as positive as you can, even though I feel like many of you are dealing with a lot of negative, just nonsense, just negative stuff. People being a pain in the ass around you. Very difficult. Okay, now in your fear sector, we have the moon reverse. This is a Pisces energy. And this tells me that you may be avoiding difficult emotions and confrontations in a way where your needs are not being expressed or recognized, and you're feeling yourself going back to these old ways of coping, and with these old past emotions, these emotional patterns are coming up, and this is scaring you because you don't want this for yourself. You want to grow. You don't want to repeat mistakes, but I'm feeling that your attachment to the past is a fear that you're carrying into your present, because you haven't completely healed yourself of it. And maybe that's because it's still really fresh. So, cut yourself a break there. But you don't want to sabotage yourself, and you don't want to carry any negative energy into your future, And these things are often easier said than done, I know. But forgive yourself, and push yourself to stay open. And try that cabinet trick, you know? You put things compartment. That doesn't mean you're not dealing with it. Make sure when you go home, you open up all those cabinets or whatever. Or when you're in a space of contemplation where you're able to really address things. But you just don't want, you don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater as far as issues in your life going, right? I mean, you don't want to compromise your work if you're having a really challenging time in your private life and vice versa, right? You guys know what I mean. All right, now your outcome is 9 of Coins, Venus and Virgo. This indicates financial stability. You feeling that you can, at last, surround yourself with things that you really love. You know, some of you might be decorating your home or just appreciating all that you have. And this is about you enjoying the fruits of your labor and not feeling guilty about it. No, there's a peace and a serenity here, indicating that you feel at home and at one within yourself, first and foremost. So even if this isn't about money per se, I feel like the coins here, because I always say coins can mean money, but they could also mean mental health, physical health, your morals, your value system, that sense of peace that we feel, that's a coin energy. So even if it has nothing to do with money, this shows me that you moving yourself into a space of feeling very at home within yourself, feeling independent within yourself, well balanced. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. You're going to have to deal with some stuff here, but I love that outcome. Yeah. Everybody's getting real with themselves this month. It's very interesting. I really love it because we were pushed into that place of mandated honesty, right? A few weeks ago. Like, I think most of us who are understanding the energies and who are really actively and cognizantly working with the energies that we're all feeling right now, right? With that Cancer Capricorn eclipse and everything that happened with the retrogrades with Jupiter and Mercury, you know, or we were just pushed to look at stuff. And beautiful outcome if you've been working with it. So good stuff there, Libra. Good stuff. All right. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.